Stay alert. He'll be through here. I know it. I'm going to swat down a couple of bothersome flies.
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
Just as I expected. You'll have to take the elevator to the surface, but make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the pause button and then the A button. When we need to contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the pause button and then the A button to receive the call. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
Got it. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Hey there everybody, DStroyerX here, and welcome to part 2 of Let's Play Metal Gear Solid the Twin Snakes. Going into the water right here and grabbing this ration, because it'll come in handy later. And we're going to walk over here, and we are going to grab ourselves nothing yet. There we go. The AP sensor. The AP sensor will allow us to... basically, if there's any enemies nearby and we have the AP sensor equipped, it will allow it... it'll make the GameCube controller vibrate to warn us of the upcoming danger. Of course, if you're using the Wavebird wireless controller, it's not going to vibrate, obviously. So, yeah. This is a tutorial area of the game, and this basically gives you some basic how-to sneaking. Try not to step in that puddle, because that makes noise. Let's go under here. Let's get the ration first. Now let's hide under here. Make sure we are not seen at all. Okay, so far so good. Alright, so basically just go this way. Make sure we're kind of quiet. Make sure we're not seen. Avoid this puddle right here. And just kind of hide here. Get the ration, of course. And we just want to kind of, you know, make sure that we are ducking to where we cannot be seen. And there's the elevator. Okay, so now all we have to do is keep on hiding. Don't want them to see me. Because if they see me, it sets off an alert, and that's no bueno. But when the coast is clear... not clear yet. We have to stay out of their field of vision. If we're within the cone, they can see us. This is a tense moment. Alright, so now all we have to do is make our way to the elevator.
It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
How's that sneaking suit working out?
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard to move.
Bear with it. It's designed to prevent hypothermia. This is Alaska, you know.
Take it easy. I'm grateful. If it weren't for your suit and your shot, I would have turned into a popsicle out there.
An anti-freezing peptide, Snake. All of the genome soldiers in this exercise are using it.
I see. I'm relieved to hear that. Already tested, huh? By the way, how's the diversionary operation going?
2 F-16s just took off from Galena and are headed your way. The terrorist radar should have already picked them up.
A Hind D. Colonel, what's a Russian gunship doing here?
I have no idea, but it looks like our little diversion got their attention. Now's your best chance to slip in unnoticed. There are only 18 hours left until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
Wow, he must be crazy to fly Hind in this kind of weather.
Who's that?
Oh, sorry. I haven't introduced you two yet. This is Mei Ling. She was assigned to us as our visual and data processing specialist. She designed your codec, as well as your Soliton radar system. Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself. What's wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so... cute.
You're just flattering me.
No, I'm serious. Well, I know I won't be bored for the next 18 hours.
What's this? I'm being hit on by the famous Solid Snake? But I'm surprised. I didn't think you'd be so frank.
Looks like we both have a lot to learn about each other.
It does, doesn't it? Well, let's get to know each other better. But first, let me explain about your Soliton radar system. The bright dot in the middle is you, Snake. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision.
Be careful, Snake. The genome soldiers have highly developed senses of hearing and vision due to their gene therapy. Make sure you don't let them see you.
First, I want you to infiltrate the disposal site and look for the DARPA chief.
The DARPA chief was injected with the same GPS transmitting nanomachines as you.
He should appear on your radar as a green dot.
Get whatever information you can from him about the terrorists. If he's alive, that is.
Snake, your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it.
Yes, it gets jammed easily, I'm afraid.
Yes, it's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful.
We'll be monitoring your movements by radar, so contact us by codec anytime you want.
Got it. I'll call if I'm feeling lonely.
Seriously, Snake. We're here to back you up, so call if you need some information or advice.
I'm also in charge of your mission data. Contact me if you want me to save your current status. My frequency is 140.96. It's a dedicated frequency for saving data. Don't forget it.
Remember, except for your binoculars, you need to arm yourself with whatever weapons you can find.
I remember. First I'm strip searched by Dr. Naomi here, and then all my weapons are taken away. Imagine yourself put in that position.
Well, if you make it back in one piece, maybe I'll let you do a strip search on me.
I'll hold you to that, Doctor. By the way, sorry to disappoint you, but I did manage to smuggle out my smokes.
How did you do that?
In my stomach. Thanks to the shot you gave me that suppressed my stomach acids.
Cigarettes? How are those going to help you?
You never know.
If you want to get in, there's the front door. It's the fastest way, but there's too much risk of being spotted by the enemy.
Yeah, I can't just knock on the door and ask them to let me in.
What about the air duct near the door?
One sentry on the left, and one on the right. They're armed with 5.56ers and pineapples.
There should also be a duct on the second floor.
I can't see it from here.
I'll let you decide the best COA. I'm counting on you, Snake.
And we are back. Let's just equip a ration in case we get spotted. And let's go. What we're wanting to do, of course, is before we go to any of the air ducts, we're going to actually get ourselves a weapon. Because, well, it would kind of suck if we got caught and we didn't have a weapon to use. So, yeah, we're going to need a weapon. However, there is actually a weapon, actually 2 weapons very close by, right over there at that supply truck, that open supply truck. However, we have to make sure we can get over there without being spotted. So, as you can see, I'm being kind of cautious because, well, the enemy is incredibly intelligent. If they see our snow prints, they will actually follow us until they spot us or until the snow prints kind of disappear. So, they have the genome soldiers, they also have very, very sensitive hearing, so if they can hear us, they will, well, investigate the noise. As long as we stay outside of their cone of vision, then we are fine. As long as we do not do anything that will attract attention to ourselves, we are fine. So, that's pretty much about it. In many aspects, the Twin Snakes is a lot easier than the original because they allow us to equip max rations from the get-go, and we were at max health from the get-go as well. I mean, our health bar is maxed out, but in other aspects, it's a lot more difficult. Let's get into the supply truck right over here, and we get a SOCOM, which I don't suggest you use right now because without a suppressor, it's incredibly noisy. And, well, the key of the game is stealth. We need to be able to get inside the facility without being detected. And once the heat is off, we'll just go ahead and get underneath the truck. And to our surprise, we have a box over here. What's inside the box? Well, it is an M9 tranquilizer gun, and that tranquilizer gun does have a suppressor attached, so that way, well, we don't have to worry about making a lot of noise. And I'm going to be quiet here in just a second because there's a pretty interesting mini cutscene coming up, so I'll be quiet for a little bit.
A surveillance camera?
Yep, that's right, a surveillance camera. If we, of course, get caught by the surveillance camera, well, we're going to alert the guards. So, be careful not to, get in the cone of the surveillance camera. Sneak by it. But, yeah, that's pretty much about it. Just wait for this guy to keep on walking. Name of the game is Stealth, ladies and gentlemen. And we should be coming up to another codec call here in just a second.
That base must have some kind of ventilation system to recirculate the air. There should be air ducts around there somewhere. They must need a lot of power to run the base. There's probably a diesel generator somewhere. And since generating electricity requires oxygen, there must be exhaust openings for that too. You're not going to believe this, but they shot down the F-16s we were using as a diversion with a Hind D. Then we got a message from Liquid. He said if we try something like that again, he'll launch the nuke. Snake, hurry up and get in there. That Hind will be coming back soon. Snake, when you enter a narrow space, you'll automatically go into intrusion view. Press up on the control stick to go forward and down to shuffle backwards. You can also press right or left to turn. Advance while hiding yourself. Pay attention to the enemy's actions and make sure you're not discovered.
You can also fire your weapon when you're in intrusion view. Don't forget that.
Just because you're in intrusion view, it doesn't mean that all is safe. If you're spotted, the enemy will of course attack. Be careful not to let the enemy see you crawl into your hiding spot. Even in intrusion view, the enemy could look into your hiding place. In that case, you have to move to get out of their line of sight. You can't be careless, even in intrusion view. That clear? Snake, first you've got to find the DARPA chief. Look for clues.
Snake, this is McDonald Miller. It's been a long time.
Master, what are you doing here?
I quit being a boot camp instructor, so I moved out here for some peace and quiet. I'm in retirement, just like you. Once in a while, I still help train the Alaskan Scouts.
Passing on the skills to a new generation, huh?
Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots about survival in a harsh environment. I've lived in Alaska longer than you. So call me if you have any questions about the flora or fauna out here. My frequency is 141.80.
I moved the DARPA chief to the cell in the first floor basement.
What about the vent shaft cleaning?
Oh, they just opened the vent covers. They're about to start spraying for rats.
First floor basement ventilation shaft.
Shut those covers as soon as they're done spraying. Also, keep your eye on that woman in the cell. Don't get careless now.
Woman in the cell?
Sorry, the Soliton radar won't work in a narrow space. Too much harmonic resonance. The radio waves produce interference, and we can't analyze the topographic data. Try to hang on until you get to a more open space, okay? Don't give up, Snake.
Press the action button to drop down. Use the elevator to change floors. There should be a cargo elevator that you can take down somewhere around there. Try to find it.
Alrighty, I know I was pretty silent for a while, but, you know. Oh boy, the codec calls, the cutscenes, they're all awesome. Now that we have some chaff grenades, we can either, of course, we can easily go by the surveillance camera right there. Because the chaff grenades, whenever they explode, they'll release material which will pretty much jam the well, the camera. And we are being spotted, so let's go up here. That was too close. As you can tell, yeah, it's the enemy itself. Oh, of course I should have hidden behind that thing right over there to my left, but it's okay. I was out of the way in time. See? Not too shabby. Now inside this room right here, of course there's a surveillance camera, so I'm going to play it safe and use the chaff grenade again. And I get thermal goggles, which if you get them now, it makes life a lot easier, because if you don't get them at this point in the game, then you have to get them later when you have the appropriate card key to actually get into that room. So better to get it now. I'm trying to be as quiet as I can getting through this area because, well, the guards can hear me as I'm walking on this, platform. But fortunately, we do have the M9, which we can use to tranquilize our enemies. What you need to do is, the best way to tranquilize them, of course, is to aim for the head and basically shoot them in the head. Pretty simple. Obviously, if the guards discover their fallen comrade, they will basically go into, they'll wake up their comrade, and plus they're also going to be somewhat, I think it goes into caution after that. I don't remember for sure. But nonetheless, try not to get spotted. But our objective, of course, is to get down to that elevator that's right over there near the stairwell. So, just gotta make sure not to get spotted by the guards and make sure not to get spotted by that camera. There we go. I've already went over the controls during Inslate in part 1, so I'm not going to go over the controls again. If you want to catch up on that, you can always watch the Inslate. Makes life easier. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. But we're almost out of time. I know. I mean, it's quite awesome. I mean, 26 minutes went by pretty quickly. So, basically, we're going to do an Inslate here in just a moment. And then part 3, we're going to rescue the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson. But thank you all so much for watching. We're going to have a lot of fun with this playthrough. So until next time, everybody, take care and ciao for now. Hey there everybody, Destroyer-X here, and welcome to Inslate. Inslate is basically, well, the after video, the after show. And it's just me where I can just talk randomly about random things. Yeah. So hopefully everybody liked part 2 of Let's Play Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes. I haven't done a new video of that in a while. The last time I recorded part 1 back on May 6, 2014, and kind of left it alone after that, so because I've had other things going on. But I hope everybody enjoyed part 2. In part 3, though, we are going to go ahead and rescue the DARPA chief and continue the story. Of course, everybody knows the story of Metal Gear Solid, so yeah, I'm not going to spoil it in case people haven't seen it yet, so there we go. This Inslate's not going to be very long. I'm just going to recommend some videos and go from there. For example, the next video, of course, you're going to see the next the preview to the next video somewhere on the Inslate. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. And of course, a recommended video. What video do I recommend? How about Let's Play Super Mario Bros. 3 Part 7, where I go into Darkland to try and rescue Princess Toadstool and pretty much wrap up that Let's Play. I will have a extra video for that at some point. I just have to get it recorded. Well, I've already recorded. I just have to record a commentary for it and get it posted onto YouTube and completely wrap up that Let's Play. That's pretty much about it, though. So I don't really have anything else for Inslate, but thank you all so much for watching Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes. It is an honor to have so many people basically watch. I'm assuming a lot of people will watch. I don't know. We'll find out. So, yeah. Some websites to throw out, of course. My personal website, chrisfreesman.com. Check that out. YouTube, you're already here. Unless you're on my personal website, I guess. Let's see. Twitter, Twitch, my business website. I'm pretty sure all that stuff's on my YouTube profile. And, of course, you can go to my website to find all that level of stuff anyway. So, that does not matter at all. So, yeah. But anyway, I'm out, so hopefully everybody will tune in for part 3. It is going to be awesome, and I will catch everybody later. So until then, everybody take care, and ciao for now.